Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, back out here again on these highways and hedges. Another opportunity to give diligence to make our call and election sure. We're out here in Dallas, Texas. The brother is with me, join me at my altar. Before we go any further, we're going to face the east and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, teaching the truth in its entirety. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect out there, the women, men, and children that have come back to this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and true faith and sincerity. It's your brother Kalab, also go by Hope, Grace, and Mercy.
Brother Labadino, also known as Son of David.
Again, we out here in the streets of Dallas, Texas, giving diligence to make our call and election sure.
Yeah, so we're going to continue today with the book of Peter. And pretty much, it's talking about putting all your cares and worries on the Lord. The stuff that the people worry about today, that's not going to be their worries tomorrow.
Right.
What people worry about day to day, that's starting to change. ICE getting more aggressive, US dollar collapsing. It's supposed to be another wave of layoffs, people going unemployed. People not going to have money like that. The store's going to be empty, with the tariffs and all the stuff Trump is doing. And then this mug going to be attacked from the inside and the outside. And then ask somebody who want to run from ICE. They're not worried about no bills right now. Whole new set of words. But see, the Lord gonna simplify for everybody. And that's what I'm looking for.
All right, the first precept is coming from the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5 and verse 7. And it reads, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you.
See, casting all your care upon him. Now, Christians will tell you they care about the Lord. The Lord don't need you to care for him. He got to care for you. But yeah, you got to put all your cares on the Lord. And when we look into this word care, in the Greek, it says anxiety. Matter of fact, let me look up that word anxiety real quick. We know what it means, but let's see if something stand out. The definition for anxiety, we say worry, a feeling of worry, nervousness, unease, typically about an imminent event or something within an uncertain outcome.
The definition I got for care, just a quick Google definition, is safekeeping, supervision, cautious, worry, anxiety, trouble.
So yeah, casting all your cares upon the Lord. And again, what people worry about day to day, that's about to change. But what's that next one we got?
Psalms.
Yeah, let's jump there real quick.
All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 130, starting at verse 5, and it reads, I wait for the Lord, my soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope.
See that? That word hope came up. Because as the cares of the people change, the things that they worry about start to change, they're going to realize there's no way out. That's why the definition of anxiety, it said, uncertain outcome, imminent event. But yeah, that's going to create hope. Because everything will be, out of your power. And you're going to need a greater power. That's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But also, as it said, can you read from the top again?
Psalms 130 and verse 5. I wait for the Lord, my soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope.
So yeah. So you have anxiety or worried about something, that's going to create a hope. Your hope is to be delivered ultimately. But what it say? You got to hope in the word. Because people are going to place their hope in everything else. So for example, you know, everybody hoping that gold and silver going to deliver them. Scripture tell us they going to catch their gold and silver in the street. So then what you going to do? And to hope in the word is to hope in the process.
And a lot of people also, 2/3 of our people mainly, hoping that the blood of Jesus saved them.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, or should they think they saved already?
No, saved already. I'm saved, covered, and covered in the blood of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, if you saved already, there's no need for hope.
Right.
But see, the Lord about to break all that mess up. But yeah, you know, hoping in the word, and you know, because we're gonna lose everything. And if your hope is to hold on to what you have, scriptures already said we're gonna lose everything. We're gonna have charges brought up against us we don't know about. We're gonna be thrown in prison. Yeah, then your worry's gonna change, and that's gonna create hope. And your hope is to be delivered.
Let me grab this real quick.
All right,
How you said we're gonna lose everything?
Oh yeah.
It's Matthew chapter 16 and verse 25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
So yeah, you know, to be saved, you gotta lose it on this side. If you're trying to gain or hold on to what you have here, pretty much you're gonna die with it. As the brother be saying, if you love it here, you're getting ready to burn here.
Brother of Bad Rules, you either about to be beamed up or burnt up.
Oh yeah.
All right, picking back up Psalm chapter 130 and verse 6. My soul waited for the Lord, more than they that watch for the morning. I say, more than they that watch for the morning. Let Israel hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is mercy, and with him plenteous redemption.
Oh, it said that Israel hope in the Lord. So that's part of the importance and why it's such a big deal to know that we're Israelites. Somebody may say, why does it matter?
Yeah.
Because we're the only one with hope.
Right.
There ain't no hope for the other nations. You saw even the so-called white man. I mean, look at the nations now. The most that they got to look forward to is a new world order. Everything about to go cashless, digital, and they see like the only, the little slither of chance they got left is when they talk about we gotta live off the grid and grow their own food.
Right.
No, that ain't gonna cut it.
The only hope that they have is something that they create right now.
Oh yeah.
And can't none of us see past tomorrow.
Oh yep.
You know, so you putting all your eggs in the wrong basket.
Yep.
Just a little bit more on it. Verse 8. And he shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities.
See, Israel gonna be redeemed.
Right.
Israel, that's who got hope. Because you know, Edomite, you know, again, say why it doesn't matter. Again, Israel are the only people with hope out here. Now people don't know they got hope. You know.
Connected to a true living power.
Yep.
But you know, Esau, his job is like we brought out yesterday, is disconnect us from our inheritance.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and again, your hope gotta be in the word. If the Lord gonna do what he's gonna do, he's gotta hope that you cover through the process.
Yes, sir.
That's what you spoke about, casting all your cares upon him. But we're gonna go more in depth with some of those cares.
All right, this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, and verse 9.
But let's come back to that one in a minute. I think the next one's like the
Job. Yep. All right, next precept is coming from the book of Job, chapter 5, and verse 5. whose harvest the hungry eat enough.
My bad, I'll find it too.
Damn, I should have caught that myself.
See, when the Lord speaks about being delivered and redeemed, you're going to see what it's talking about. Because if you ask a Christian, they say you got to be redeemed and delivered from the devil. Some guy named Satan with a pitchfork. The scripture's going to tell you what you need to be delivered from.
The book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 20. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword.
See that? We're going to be redeemed from war, famine, and ultimately from death.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, there's gonna be civil wars in America, World War III. That's the destruction of America. Famine, that's what we gotta be redeemed from. And obviously, these things ain't came to the earth yet. Hey, but they are growing in the earth. The Lord spoke about the evil shall increase. In Ezekiel, the Lord spoke about how he will increase the famine. So these evils are growing, but it ain't got to that breaking point yet.
They are growing. They
You
are
know?
growing.
So that's why a Christian can still walk around, talk about they saved, or people, they still worry about the cares of today.
But what you gonna do when this thing go digital? You know what I'm saying? And the only way that you can eat and move about in society and not be cast out from society is when your back is up against the wall. And if you ain't been, you know what I'm saying, if Yahweh Bashim Yahushua ain't been dealing with you throughout this process, you ain't been having hope in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and his word, you know what I'm saying, what you gonna do? How you gonna stand strong in the last hour? You know? 'Cause we hoping to be increased in the last end. You know, but if you ain't been diligently seeking Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and everything that you put inside, everything, all the eggs that you put in that basket, it can't save you. You know, but people are able to still go to Starbucks and go to the Galleria Mall and all that kind of stuff. But in a time, everybody back is about to be against the wall. But this is why Yahweh Bashim Yahushua got us out here giving warning, you know, before it's too late.
Yeah, he spoke about being increased at the end. So we increasing, meaning we growing even now. You can't just automatically be increased at the end. That's gonna be that extra, you know, boost of faith that the Lord gonna give us. But you gotta be in the faith now. And in the faith, and you acknowledging the Lord with your lips, talk about you believe in.
It's kind of like going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? You can't just show up to the gym just strong.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta do this thing daily. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work on your muscles and your body daily to you know what I'm saying, to have that strength. You know, so when the weight pile really up on the bar, you know what I'm saying, you can lift it with ease. You know what I'm saying? And that's what these scriptures is doing. It's working us out. You know what I'm saying? We're working out spiritually.
Yep, increasing, building up that, you know, that stronger faith.
All right, next precept we're gonna get is Psalms chapter 33 and verse 19. Deliver their souls from death. Okay. This is the book of Psalms chapter 33 and verse 19. To deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine.
So they're gonna be the cares is to be kept alive from death, you know, and delivered from death and kept alive in the famine. You know, ask somebody who lost it already. They got one or two things they worry about. Living from day to day and eating.
right. And that's what a lot of these people doing right now. They just got a lot of distractions to go along with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got their job, they got social media, you know what I'm saying? They got their families and stuff like that. So, you know, but for the most part, man, that's all these people really concerned with, just eating and desires. You know what I'm saying? Pleasing their flesh.
Me and the brothers talked about it yesterday. You know, job, you know, money, bills, the stuff matter, but it don't.
Yeah.
It's only gonna matter until it don't matter no more.
Right.
And that's what we're looking for. You know, things no longer matter. Let's jump to
Isaiah.
let's go back to that wisdom son of Wisdom. Yeah, so Israel gonna be the only one that have hope, but not all of Israel. Pretty much, the Lord only gonna have care for His elect. See, people wake up, you know, to their Israelite heritage, they think it stops there.
Right, this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect.
He has care for His elect. In the beginning of that verse, it gave you kind of the qualities of His elect. It says, they that put their trust in Him, they shall understand the truth. So yeah, understanding the truth, hey, now you can put faith. Now you start to develop faith. Because you can't put your faith in nothing that you don't believe or understand.
Especially in the latter end, though.
You know, people don't believe in the chariots, so they're not gonna put their hope or their faith in that. See, we understand it, but you know, even though we don't see it, we put our faith in it because that's really gonna be the only way out. I've been hearing brothers say, the only way out is up.
It's up.
That's why the scripture said, look up.
Remember you was trying to tell that sister at the altar in Louisville how, you know what I'm saying, if these nuclear missiles is about to come, you know what I'm saying, well, what's the only way that can get you up out of there? You know, if a fast car, you know what I'm saying, can't get you away from this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when we brought up the chair, she kind of understood. She kind of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, kind of understood. You know, it kind of, some people it makes sense, but some people see things all the time. They believe they just can't put them pieces together.
And to some, it make all the more perfect sense.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about the old Negro spiritual, swing low, swing chariot.
Yeah.
You know, back then, I didn't pay no attention to what it was saying.
Yeah.
But then as I grew, got older, I thought it was gonna be like a chariot that, you know, Pharaoh knew was on.
Oh, yeah.
Swing low. But now that makes all the more perfect sense. And that's why Esau spent so many years and so many dollars trying to make us think that UFOs are one green men, you know what I'm saying, driving around in those ships, those vehicles, and then he just tried to pretend like it's just for the movies. It's not real.
Video games and stuff.
Video games and stuff, but see.
That's the devil. He play on your ignorance. What you don't understand or what you don't know, he'll play on it, have your imagination all over the place.
And Esau has been putting so-called UFOs in movies since movies been made.
Yeah.
Even in the times when they was making those black and white films.
Yeah.
You know, cheesy, but still they was making them. Right. Next, let's grab Isaiah.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, this is Isaiah 65 and verse 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not.
So the Lord is speaking right now.
Right.
So, and he speaks through his prophets. You know, and what the Lord say? He said, you did evil before his eyes, and did choose that wherein he delighted not. And what's that evil? Pretty much you not hearing the Lord while he's speaking.
Right.
You know, through his prophets.
A lot of those Christians say, the Lord told me to do this, but what you saying that the Lord told you to do is deemed to be wicked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when people nowadays tell me that God or the Lord told them this. I was like, well then when he told you that, what voice did you hear? Was it your voice?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if the Lord is speaking to you, what he sound like to you? You know what I'm saying? Most of the time it just be people talking to themselves, man.
Scripture spoke about the heart being deceitful
Yeah.
above all things.
Yeah, the heart is deceitful above all things. Who can know it?
Yeah. But see, the Lord speaks from this. Everything that the Lord says or is going to say is going to come from this.
Yep.
And what you heard didn't come from here, and the Lord didn't speak that.
All right, reading on. Verse 13. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh thy power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
So, this is continuing. The Lord said when he spoke, and people didn't answer. What's the penalty? You know, you be delivered to the slaughter when you not eating and drinking. So you be delivered to the slaughter or pretty much dying of starvation and dehydration. That's going to be the penalty. But the reward, and you going to eat when everybody else not eating. The Lord going to provide you drink when nobody else is drinking. So that's the penalty and the reward. You know, it ain't no in between. It's one or the other. And if you're Israelite, so-called Israelites, you're Native American, and you got hope.
I got that Jeremiah on deck on the grab.
Yeah, that's right.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
Yeah, you know, who can know the heart? It's deceitful above all things.
The Lord searched the heart. I try the reins, even to go every man according to his ways, according to the fruits of his doings.
Yeah, and the fruit of your doings is pretty simple. Like you were saying yesterday, if you could buy your way into the kingdom,
Oh man,
Esau would have it. Because Esau tried to offer us, you know, free groceries and chicken sandwiches.
chicken
And
patty sandwiches.
yeah, they think they're doing a good deed when they do that in the sight of the Lord. Hey, but really, you know, they got no chance anyway.
Right.
A man having works, first, you have to be an Israelite man. But then the works is really your response to the word. How did you handle the word when it was presented? Did you listen and hear with understanding? And did you seek the Lord 10 times more after being exposed to the truth? Or did you just cast it off day to day? Doing your works, really, people think, you know, I was an usher for 5 years. I was a junior deacon
I served.
for 3 years.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
I became a senior deacon.
Right.
You know, they think that's works.
And I taught Sunday school for 12 months.
Oh yeah. Taught Sunday school, then, you know, junior pastor at Wednesday Bible study. None of that is the works. Because even women, you know, not commanded to teach, they gonna have works. And that works is pretty much believing on the word. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put you back. Yeah, that's it.
This is the book of James, chapter 2, and verse 22. Seest thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect.
Yeah.
Like
By works is faith made perfect. You know, show your faith by your works. And pretty much in this life, pretty much being moved with fear, as Noah was.
And I was growing up in the Christianity church. Everybody always say, faith without works is dead. They ain't expound on it. They just say faith without works is dead. Just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never expound on what that work is, man.
Yeah.
You know? They saying that having faith, you're looking for a job. Having faith in a job and having faith in the job is one, and the works is applying for the job. That's what I was taught growing up. You know what I'm saying? That works is applying for the job. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
What you got?
Okay. John 6:29. How you said they never expounded on that work or what it is. They think it's what they do in the body of a church. But how we say, even women, they gonna have works, and that works is pretty much, to believe in the word.
Right? This is the book of John, chapter 6 and verse 29. Yahushua answered and said unto them, This is the work of Yahweh thy power, that ye believe on me whom he hath sent.
See that? That you believe on whom we have sent. And ultimately, this Yahushua who we believe on, and then when people don't want to watch the videos or they mad about the truth, they say we ain't gotta believe y'all. This is not our word.
Right.
And then we here because we were sent out here. We not out here, on our own accord. So you gotta believe on who was sent. Back then, Yahushua was physically sent. But see, in the last days, there would be men in the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. That's another one.
Everybody say, I know people always like to say, everybody got their own relationship with the Lord. Damn, I got a lot of little different relationships, huh?
Oh, right. It's a lot of, yeah.
A lot of different beliefs and relationships, but all fall up under the same power.
Yeah.
That's confusing.
That can't be true. We say, the elect were called on the Lord with one consent.
Yep.
They see eye to eye. We do 1 Corinthians 4:9. We're going to show that the Lord will send men in his place in the last days.
1 Corinthians 4:9.
Yeah.
My bad, I went to front of it, my bad. All right, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 9. For I think that Yahweh thy power has set for us, the apostles last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men.
See, the Lord set forth his apostles last. Now in the spirit, that's a prophecy. That the Lord will send forth his apostles or his messengers, his prophets, last, meaning in the last days.
And he always sent prophets out before he destroyed a place.
Because when you look at this word last, when it says he set forth his apostles last, it says last in time or place. So we know this is dealing with the end times. It says last in time or in place. And we know this, we talk about Babylon, that last place, Babylon the Great. Because when you go down, it says the uttermost part, the end of the earth. In America, by definition, is the end of the earth. As far as the place, it speaks about the uttermost part. It means, the furthest reaching part, that's America, that's the West. But in a sense of time, we're in the last days, in which the apostles will be sent once again.
Read on verse 10. We are fools with Yahushua said.
Okay, man.
All right, reading on to verse 10, still in 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 10. We are fools for Yahushua Mashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Yahushua. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised.
See, we fools for Yahweh's sake. So when the apostles prophets will be sent forth in the last days, they will be perceived to be fools to the people of the world. That's why, 1 Corinthians 4:9 spoke about the apostles being sent last, being a spectacle to the world. In verse 10, it said, we are fools for the Lord's sake. Those who truly got the message, they will look like fools in the last days.
That's the true definition of laugh now, cry later.
Yeah, and to the world, people really look like fools.
Right.
Because the enemy said, last time I seen him, he was standing on the corner wearing a dress, cussing out the white man with the Bible.
Right.
So, what we wear, that's bizarre. The message is bizarre. Where you go about it is bizarre to the world. So this got to be the truth.
Yeah, but to us, it's in reverse for us.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
last time I seen him, he was still stuck in that Christianity church. You know what I'm saying? Giving all his money to the pastor.
Sucking on Jesus' nipple.
Right. Eating all the abominables.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Living sinful 6 days out the week and thinking that putting money in the collection plate makes you righteous on Sunday.
Yeah.
So hey, who the real fool? Like you said, like you was telling those people that came up to the camp, only one of us could be wrong.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we'll see in the end.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. That's I think Matthew 24:14.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 14. And it reads, and this gospel of Yahweh Shah, I'm sorry, I can think about it. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 14, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Like the brother was saying, the Lord always sent his prophets before the destruction. And that's what's going to happen here at the end. But what it say, this gospel and this doctrine got to be preached, then the end will come.
Right, because I'm still locking before you go on. Jesus been talked about forever.
All right, the end ain't came yet.
The end ain't came yet. You got people living over there in Hooga Booga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Know the name Jesus, and they know that white face.
Yep, ain't nothing happened. But see, the Lord want to preach the gospel himself. That's how the scripture say he would set forth his apostles last. He would send out his messengers last to preach this gospel of the kingdom, the true doctrine, and then the end will come. And people call Black Hebrew Israelites, hey, since these teachings has been going on, and you've been seeing them more everywhere, what's been happening?
Right.
Nothing but destruction.
Right. And everything coming to pass.
Yep, nothing but the end manifesting.
Right. And then you can talk to them till you blue in the face, and they got that one thing, that last word they mind already set on. I just don't believe it. They just can't wait to put that out there.
Yeah.
You know, hey, but you know what I'm saying? Just because you don't believe, shall the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh not prevail?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all be it.
And see, and Book of Habakkuk spoke about in the end it shall speak and not lie. So you ain't gotta believe us, coming under the doctrine of GMS, people just gonna see for themselves.
Right.
If they seeing is believing right, well, it's gonna be too late. By the time you see it, it's gonna be too late. That's what faith about. You don't believe because you don't got faith.
And the
Faith
Lord is the master.
believing without seeing.
And the Lord is the and the Lord is the master of. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Because you saying that yesterday that we thought things would happen a certain way, but when it does happen, you're like, dang.
Damn.
Because like how you was saying, you thought it would be the police going door to door, but nah, a whole new police, militarized police forces created
out of
just
nowhere
during these last days. You know who the world calls ICE. It's pretty much an extension of the Israeli Defense Force.
Because out here in Dallas, I don't know about in other places, you know who ICE used to go after? Prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? That's who ICE used to crack down on. prostitution and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now they're a whole new boogeyman in the earth. I thought it was gonna be the police. Then I thought it was gonna be the military.
Yeah, yeah. But we ain't got to that
They
yet.
ain't got to that yet, man. I'm talking about ICE is the new boogeyman.
Yup.
You know?
Then how we see you got certain National Guards and certain law enforcement,
Yeah.
they get into it with ICE. The Lord threw a whole nother layer and a whole nother twist that nobody saw coming.
I was talking to the brother yesterday evening. ICE at one restaurant, ICE ate inside of a restaurant, and after they got done eating, they detained and arrested all the workers. Right after they got through eating, man. That's crazy. Hey, the Lord said He's gonna scatter us amongst the heathen and then send the sword.
Oh yeah, did that for sure. Let's do this. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 43. Let's start at 27. We're gonna continue with how the brother said, you know, the Lord can show you better than He can tell you, and then how we just been going into when things actually happen. It's even deeper than we could put words to.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 43:27.
Yeah. Let's take that through. We're gonna take it all the way to 32. Verse by verse.
Okay, cool. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 43 and verse 27. We may speak much and yet come short. Wherefore, in some, He is all.
So yeah, we can speak much, but we're gonna always come short.
Right.
We can never give enough glory. That's for the good and the bad. That makes sense. So yeah, again, when we spoke about, you know, Jacob's trouble, we can only put it in so many words until it actually happens.
Yep.
And then when it actually happens, it's gonna be even deeper than how we taught it. Because again, the works of the Lord, you know, who can speak on it? We will always come short. You know, the destruction, no matter how graphic we make it seem and talk about it, when it actually happens, it's gonna far exceed the words that we put to it. It's the same for the salvation. See them chariots, the sky filled with them, because that's something that we never seen before. So really, how can we speak on it?
And another thing is, remember a couple of years back when those earthquakes happened over there? Was it Turkey? It was 50,000 unalive.
Oh yeah.
Turkey.
Yep, over 50,000.
And man, we was blown away by that. I mean, we talked about that for some time.
Yep.
Fast forward to now, look at all the things that come about. We don't even think about that 50,000 no more.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
it's so many other things that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is doing in the earth. It's mind-boggling.
Yep.
You know, it's mind-boggling.
Yep, everything.
To see how, you know, Trump is like he in the spirit, man.
That's when you spoke about the hammer of the whole earth. You never thought we'd see Greenland about to be invaded. You didn't know that that's how the beast will hate the horror.
Yeah.
You never thought that we'd see Venezuela. You never thought we'd see America attack Venezuela. You never thought we'd see Nigeria get attacked. Nigga want to invade Canada.
Put tariffs on other countries because they won't co-sign and go along with taking Greenland.
So yeah, you know, we spoke on the hammer of the whole earth. We broke it down correctly, but now that we seen it play out,
Hammer is hammering.
you know, we came short. It far exceeded our expectations, our understanding, and that's just how all the works of the Lord are gonna be. Judgments. Like we speak about how bad that famine gonna be, but when that happened, really the ministry, when we speak on the works of the Lord, I think the correct way to say it, everything we say, you know, it's an understatement. You know, oh, that's the next one. Okay.
This is still in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 43 and verse 28. How shall we be able to magnify him? For he is great above all his works.
So yeah, you know, and then everything that's taking place, how great it is when it's happened, the Lord is even greater than that. You know, the destruction, the salvation, because who created it? Man, I heard a brother doing a video on the Leviathan, and pretty much ChatGPT said that Leviathan is just terrible because they said that Leviathan is like way worse than Godzilla. ChatGPT pretty much said they don't have the words to describe it.
See?
But then it said, if Leviathan is this terrible, imagine the one who made him.
Exactly.
So yeah, the Lord is far greater above his works. You know, who's able to magnify him.
Let me grab this real quick. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1 and verse 5, to go with what we were talking about. Behold ye among the heathen, and regard the wonder marvelously. For I will work a work in your day, which ye will not believe, though it be told to you.
See, the Lord gonna work a work that you will not believe. I mean, it's gonna make your ears tingle.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, dang, for real? But that's why faith is required.
Yes, sir.
You know, the destruction of America. The Lord gonna work that. As impossible as it might seem. And then what's even more possible, being delivered from that destruction. Because we're right here in the middle of America.
Right.
We're not on the edge.
Right. We behind enemy lines.
Oh yeah, we nowhere to go.
Yeah, nowhere to go.
We thousands of miles, you know, from any outside border. We're gonna be delivered from here.
Verse 29, the Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power.
Marvelous is his power, great and terrible is his works. You know? So everything the Lord does, it's like got an explanation point on it. You know? You gonna know it's the Lord, you ain't gotta question it.
Like they say, with a cherry on top.
Oh yeah, yep. You know, Jake kinda like to be extra, and that's the Lord. The Lord is extra.
Jake, for all them years that Esau was playing football, he'll run down to the touchdown, and you know what I'm saying, do that.
Something corny.
Yeah, now Jake here, the front was flipped.
He danced, yeah.
Hard dance.
They might get in your face.
Yeah. Jake gonna hit you with the latest dance move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then gonna jump in the crowd and get a football.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that's the Lord.
Yep. Verse 30. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can. For even yet will he far exceed.
We went into that, speaking on the works of the Lord, the good and the bad. For something we never seen before, we can only put it in so many words. But when the Lord makes it happen, it's gonna far exceed the words that we put to it.
By far, man.
Oh yeah, by far. Yep.
Hey, can you imagine all hell breaking loose has been going on for some times? The nukes on the way, and y'all watch some y'all outside send the chariots.
Oh yeah.
Like
that's gonna be because we see little even pictures in AI art, it'd be mind blowing.
It'd be mind blowing, but to actually, you know what I'm saying, like feel,
like you said, the sound, the impact,
The impact.
And that's why the scripture say, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard.
Yeah. That great terror.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even all the bodies dropping.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And witnessing, you know what I'm saying, those nuclear missiles hitting off all throughout the four corners of the earth. Lord willing, we're part of that number, but we looking down on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Beautiful, with perfect eyesight.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I see my old Edomite boss, you know what I'm saying, being shredded.
Yeah. They set a one, the daughter Yahweh, Rebecca Ophir. The brother in which is I believe that's the brother Yahweh. My bad, phone kind of blurry.
All right. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough.
So yeah, great is the Lord and his glory. We can never glorify him enough. And then, you know, speaking on his glory and his works, we can never go far enough. But yeah, that's a wrap for today's lesson. Kind of just freestyling in the spirit. You know, starting a lesson off with how to elect. Gonna cast that cares upon the Lord. The Lord gonna show his care for his elect. Yeah, I think everybody that tuned in and will tune in. Oh yeah.
Shalom to the sister Rebecca Ofur. Shalom to Yawanathon. Y'all Bashim Y'all Shabarakatah.
Hey, Shalom. Yeah, Papa Bashim Shabarakatah.
Alright, so we're gonna end it off. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakradas.
Double honors to the elders of GMS. Honors to the brothers who stand life and freedom to push the gospel. And shalom to the elect.